my Kentucky camp. It's behind a Snappy's Pizza, and that's some kind of a gun store. Anyway, this land is for sale. There's a Catholic church over there, and you hear the bells go off every now and then. It's nice. This, local kids with their bikes have made a mess of it, but look at that jump. Vroom. That's why they got those tires there, in case they smash into the tree. And I think this black strap type material, same thing, but geez, somebody get them a garbage can and make them clean it up. Anyway, it's a perfect place in the dark when I got here to put up my tent. Behind the tent I stashed my bike and my red top non-stealth trailer. There's Wilson. The road is way out there. See that white sign? That is a VFW post that lets non-members in. And so I stopped there and I had a beer and I made balloon animals for all the big kids. There were no kids there, I'm talking about old people. But we had a blast. Most veterans, I thanked them for their service. And, so then it poured rain. That night, I think I set up in the rain all day yesterday. So I walked over and I had my first Snappy's Pizza. That's all I had to eat yesterday, but I got a large meat lovers and I chowed down on that thing. A couple of slices every couple hours until I finished it. So from tonsils to belly button, I am full of Snappies and I'm happy. I put my trail cam right there and I'm about to break camp. That's what's going to happen now. I'll shake a little water off this tent. See how the floor leaks? And how all the debris on me when I get inside gets carried in. Look at that pile of dirt. I'll deal with it one of these days when I get better organized. Today, the sun is supposed to come out. There's supposed to be a 7-mile-an-hour tailwind in the direction I'm going. And I'm going to make some time. It's nippy, but it's not the ice cold I've been dealing with all for the whole trip, which is also a gigantic relief. My fingers are starting to tingle like they're going to go numb. I had to get rid of the MacGyver gloves because I found another pair for $4, and I was like, alright, they're not going to be waterproof either, but neither are the MacGyver gloves. And I was talking to my sister on the phone. She's been watching my videos, and I said I keep getting mistaken for a homeless person. She said, you look homeless. I'm like, alright, maybe I'll try to clean up my act a little bit by not wearing socks on my hands. But that's all I'm going to give it. I'm not going to go nuts and go get a tuxedo or anything. Anyway, it was a giant rest day yesterday. Feed myself delicious pizza and relax. And anytime I thought, oh, I'm not getting any closer to Florida, I thought, you want to pedal in the rain? No. Are you supposed to rest? I would say so. And I did. And I'm happy. Oh, and the Snappy's Pizza, I'd never had it, but it was delicious. They make their own crust every day, so the crust was softer than I'm used to. I'm just a happy guy, well fed, well rested. Let's see what happens today. Gonna be good, I betcha. A little difficulty here. I had out my solar charger and I was going to use it all day today because they said it would be sunny all day. It's been misting all day. It's afternoon. I'm in Kentucky. I love the countryside, but I do not like the way they've gouged the white line. And they did this so that if a driver's running off the road, it makes a thumping sound inside his car and he realizes that he better get back on the road. Well, it makes a huge difference when I have to hit this thing on my bicycle. I'll show you. The higher the speed, the more my teeth rattle, and it's just a dangerous mess because I don't have any recourse. You hear my trailer going over these little gouges. Look at this. That's not going to work. And I can thread the needle like I am. If I'm really skilled, but often this little bit of shoulder disappears. And sometimes it disappears by crumbling down into a ravine. So this is something that engineers did not have the foresight to imagine that it wouldn't work for everybody. Anyway, that's my rant of the day. And I'm going to get my head together and look for something beautiful. And I would say it's this hillside covered with these junipers with a beautiful mist. I have my glasses off because the beautiful mist makes my glasses all foggy constantly. So I'm getting a free eye wash. It's all good. Although the mystery of why there are fire hydrants where there are no houses, I have no idea. That's okay. Life is good. It's not as cold as it has been. I'm rolling downhill. I just get off and walk uphill because I save so much time and effort rolling downhill. And for every uphill, there's eventually a downhill. That's how it works. See, I gotta get out in I gotta ride out here. Now I got lights on, but I feel like a Bogart doing that to people that are driving on their road, and here's some yahoo with a big old bike rig. What the hell's his deal? Although everyone's been polite, no one's honked at me. Another fire hydrant, check it out. There's a peaceful homestead. Someone's coming at me. Gotta pay attention. Oh, one more thing. A lot of times out in the country, people with their hand on the steering wheel coming towards you, they lift a finger. And that's the country hello. They don't care who you are, they're telling you hello. It's really beautiful. It's happening here in Kentucky. I was telling you earlier, it just rained for 24 hours straight. And look at this. All this hay has been out in the rain. And so, even though it's rolled tightly, and it's like a thatched roof, some of it's going to be not the choicest for the cows to eat. But the farmer has a trick. It's really funny. And the cows fall for it all the time. See the cows? What you do is you put the crappy hay that they don't like to eat right outside the fence where they can reach over and reach it, and they'll eat it because it's supposed to be forbidden. Isn't that funny? You know what's also funny is with all that rain, where's all the flood water? I think we're up in the high mountains where we're not draining much land. It must be. I was telling you about the sycamore trees. There they are, with the camo bark right along the creek. Except for this one, you got farther away from the water. No wind, a lot of downhill. Maybe if I can put in 13 miles today with the remaining daylight, I'll be at the Flying J and be able to get a truck stop shower. That will feel real nice. If not, I'll just stink on. This is pretty cool. You can see here that the water level's up from the rain. Look down there at the tree trunks. And you can also see that it gets much, much deeper. What you can't see is it's full of giant catfish. I'm going to do some fishing one of these days. I love this terrain because I've just decided to go with the flow, get off and push up the hill, and then glide down the hill. And that's working out just fine. Oh, there. See the sycamore? Has all those balls hanging on it? Those are seed balls. Let me zoom in. First I'll move the cover off of my zoom, and then I'll show you what I mean. And it's not all sycamores, because they're male and female. Look at these over here. Nothing. excellent time in Kentucky. The GPS lady just told me in a mile and a half or something, turn off of Chase Road, which I'm on, onto Steep Creek Road. And it's interesting that the names of streets will give away the natural features, so it should be interesting to see Steep Creek pretty soon. It took me, the main road goes down and then way up, and I'm hoping that this one bypasses a huge valley like that, because otherwise I'd have to push up the sides. Let's keep rolling. A lot of traffic out here on a Sunday afternoon. It's still real nippy, but I'm generating a sweat, so I don't know if you can see my breath. I can see myself in the viewfinder, and I'm like, Doug, you ate all that pizza and your face is still getting all skinny and wrinkly and weather beaten. Well, oh well. Let's press on. I'll roll down this hill. Alright, here's Steep Creek Road. Down there must be Steep Creek. You see the patch of rocks? Look at this. This valley is posted, no trespassing. I don't know if you can see. I'll zoom in for you. Wait, I gotta get the zoom cover I improvised out of the way. We're gonna zoom in. So I want to show you. Where is that? Where is that? Up and this way. There it is. That's a hunter's tree stand. Right there. See that? Somebody's got a front row to hunt that posted property. This is a dangerous curve because people coming in the far lane can't see me coming around that hard right curve. And that's a dangerous position. And look, I have no shoulder at all. So I've got two lights on the back of my trailer. And I just have to butt right out into the road, which is my right, but it's also dangerous. It doesn't matter whose right it is if you get crunched. If I get crunched, let it be said right now, I died doing what I love. You can hear, it sounds like wind, but it's a waterfall down here, or a mini rapids, Steep Creek, which this road I'm on goes along. And I can see a crumbled road, very old, on the far side. And then I see this structure, and I realize that was, at one time, occupied, and that crumbled road was someone's driveway. And they had quite an enterprise going. But now, it's a ruin. Press along, Dougie. No hunting. I like it. It doesn't say no trespassing. Look at the little waterfall. And look at how the highway department has tried to keep this from eroding. Just pumped a bunch of concrete onto it. You can see the erosion taking place relentlessly. Water does that. It's rocky. Rocky soil. I don't know, I'd guess the average is like 10 feet deep maybe. And that forms as trees grow and die and decompose. And then water comes along and cuts a path right through it, right down to the bedrock. Geologists call anything not bedrock regolith, which is cool. See that crest, that curve? There's a curve this way and then that way, and I bet you there's a hill going downhill. I'd like that. When I'm pushing the rig up the hill like this. Oh, I remind myself of the beginning of Conlin the Barbarian. He gets captured as a little boy with all these other little boys. He gets chained to some giant turnstile thing. Then they show like a time lapse of them all pushing these big beams around the circle. I forget what for. But as the years go by, he gets bigger, and there are fewer and fewer little boys. And they grow older, and pretty soon towards the end, it's only him, the last one, still chained to this turnstile, turning the whole thing. And he's Conlin. He's covered with muscle, and he just has super strength. And I think, all right, this is good. I'll be Conlin the grandpa. Look at this. Look at that. At the top of that hill, I know it starts with a downhill. For every uphill, there's eventually a downhill. Guarantee of a store before nightfall. I decided, what have I got to eat? Nothing, and I came to a store, so I got this. I'm gonna feast and get back on the road. Shout out to the In-N-Out Market. The guy in there, when I came in, I could smell the chicken they had for sale, and it smelled good. So I bought some and I ate some right in the parking lot, and I went back in to get a honey bun. I said, that is so good. And when I come to a small market or gas station and they have fried chicken for sale, I always judge whether I want it or not by the smell. And I came in here and it smelled so good, and he said, that's because we use peanut oil. It's more expensive, but it makes a better taste. So I commend you, sir. Now I'm back on the road. My lights are flashing. Oh, here's a problem. I've had it like 5 times today. You're on a 2-lane road with no shoulder going up a steep hill, and I've got to either pedal in first gear or I've got to get off and walk. And I'm sticking out into the lane. And there's a double yellow line, and people who are coming up on me, instead of slowing down, they cross the double yellow line and they run the other guy off onto the shoulder. And I've learned to look, when this happens, at the other guy who's getting screwed because of me. Well, not because of me, because of the other driver who should slow down. So they're crossing the double yellow line and they're running around me and running the oncoming traffic off the road. And I've learned to look at that instant at the guy who's getting run off the road, and he's going like this, and I go, I know! I've done this about 5 times. They get a big kick out of it. Look at this bird. Doesn't seem to be that good at flying. Well, I'm good at pedaling. I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to see if we can't catch this recurring phenomenon. You see, I got no shoulder at all. I've just come up a big hill, and this is about as fast as I can push myself. And the people in this lane are running the people in the other lane off the road by crossing a double yellow line, not slowing down. I'm thinking, if a small town police department needs funding, what they should do is put an undercover cop on a bicycle like this with a dash cam right there. And then they should get the license plates of every moron that crosses a double yellow line while passing it and running someone else right on to the shoulder. It has happened to me about 10 times today. It's getting near a 10. And see, the dash cam would have the person's license plate, and there you go. Heavy fines. I'm having another rant, as you see. here comes the dangerous part. I cannot push up this hill. See the potholes? If I go into one of those, it's going to roll my trailer. So I just got to walk around this blind curve where no one can see me. Alright, there we go. And look at that. Did you see that guy run that guy right under the shoulder? Jeez. I did. Whenever I see a water tower, I know there's a town nearby. Whew. And when I'm in Kentucky, I know there's a hill nearby. It looks like a great place to camp under this bridge. I wouldn't have to pitch my tent. It's going down to 31 degrees tonight. And it's so private. But see, there's a guardrail in there. I just don't have the strength left to lift my gear over the guardrail, and I can't leave it out on the road. Every bit of this bridge covered by guardrails. But this is cool. The view of these intersecting railroad tracks and that old iron bridge. I'm not talking about there for a place to camp. I'm talking about, I don't know if you can see it. Now, of course, there would be trains coming by. You see the polished tracks. And maybe people could see me from the road, but my tent wouldn't be up. But it sure would be noisy. Gotta admit, I'm very lucky with this camera. I'm lucky all the time. Which train is longest? Reminds me of that person who stole my undies. Alright, think about something else, Doc. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. See what I was telling you about, how the cattle don't want to eat the wet, rotten hay at the top. So they dug it out. And then because they're cattle, they pulled it out in a pile and they stomped all over it. I shouldn't be so critical. But I've come up a lot of big hills today. I can hear trains and police sirens, the hum of a lot of traffic. So I know I'm close to a town. And that town means a private shower for Doug. It's gonna be so nice. I'm almost there. Ta-da! Alright, I got my choice of truck stops. The Pilot or the TA, Travel America, which looks much bigger and much more popular, and I have talked to truckers, and they, the ones I've met, prefer the TA to the Pilot. I don't know. I'll scope them out, but I would say both can't be that bad because there's plenty of trucks at both. And also, over here at this intersection, see all the scruffy trees? Underneath that tree there should be open ground, because you can't camp in that jungle. Also, there's an old for sale sign. Maybe you can see it right at the corner. I don't know. And no trespassing sign. So I'm going to scout that out after my shower. Wilson's looking as ragged as I am, but I've locked him up. And he's not getting the shower, I am. I got all my toiletries in here. Thank you.
She said 5 minutes. There's only 5 minutes.
Trucker's Lounge. Excuse me. Crossed. Code. 8046. Yes. What shower am I supposed to be in?
137, this one.
This one?
So,
Okay. So
80,
43.
46.
80, 46. Oops.
There you go.
Thank you, dear.
If you need anything, just let me know.
Okie doke. Here we get a sentiment. Uh-oh. I get hit for a copy. Look at this! Alright, a shower is usually $12. Because TA is better than their rival across the street, Pilot. And they know it. They're charging $2 more, but it smells nice in here. And instead of white towels, you got the fluffy ones, you got the soap I don't need. Private toilet. I'm gonna be a while. This is gonna be fun. When I get out, it'll be dark, but I've already scoped that other place. And it's 10% chance of rain tonight, going down to 31. But that means I don't have to put up a tent if I don't want to. I might just put on some clean clothes. Darn it, I left my clean clothes in the trailer. So what? So throw out my tarp, my sleeping bag, pillow, get in there. Hardly have a camp at all, and I will sleep so good. First order of business, get this electronics charging. You, sir, are a beast. Excellent pedaling today. Mister, that's a fact. I got done washing my hair and there was a twig about 2 inches long. Just the size of a toothpick, but it was in the shower drain, so I put it in the trash. Because my policy is leave no trace, except for happiness. And here we go. Alright, I'm out of here. I got a clean shirt on. I got a snug campsite. Wilson's over there loafing after his big day. Thank you, Wilson. And look at this. $14 for a shower, but it was worth every penny. I timed myself this time. It was 45 minutes I was in there. It was funny. And then I was unpacking the trailer to get some clean clothes, and then I thought, what is this? What is this black bag here? It's heavy. What is that? And I thought, oh wait, it's my beer from a few days ago. I forgot about it. Best day ever. There we go with the button. I don't care. I'll zoom in on the beer. It goes in the cup holder. I hope you have as wonderful a night as I'm going to. You can hear that highway roaring, but I got rambling fever, so it's all good.